given the heroic nature of what David DeLayden and the Center for Medical Progress have done, given what they've done in obtaining these videos, if you were the president of the United States, would you be willing to commit to giving him the Medal of Freedom?
Hadn't thought about it, but that's a great idea. I believe that he is a Wilberforce for our time. People like him, like Lila Rose, and like one of our participants, Penny Nance, who is on this call, are people who are helping to shape not only the conversation about this horrible process of abortion, but helping to change minds and hearts and illuminate what this is about. But Douglas, let me get to the heart of something. I'm hearing a lot of people talk about, would you defund Planned Parenthood? Of course we should defund Planned Parenthood. But what I've said over the past few weeks, and this series of videos has given me, I think, a platform even to say it more strongly, it's time for us to do more than just defund one abortion organization. I would like to be the president that would invoke the 5th and 14th Amendments to declare that it is imperative that we afford unborn children their constitutional rights of the 5th and 14th Amendment, 5th Amendment being due process before they can be deprived of life and liberty, and the 14th Amendment, which is equal protection under the law. I believe both of these basic fundamental rights have been violated for every unborn child. And I believe that a president should invoke these amendments, and the argument then becomes, well, how can you do that? Well, it's real simple. The question is this: is that a person? Because if it's a person, they have the full rights under the 5th and 14th Amendment. The only way that you can deprive them of that is to declare that they aren't people. Well, we now know things scientifically we did not know in 1973. Actually, we probably knew more than we pretended to. But I think it would be very challenging to let the left go and defend the lack of personhood for every unborn child, rather than making those of us who are pro-life constantly have to prove that there should be restrictions. We should go for more than that, and we should begin to adhere to the fundamentals of the Constitution.
Are you talking about a bill going through Congress declaring the unborn child to be a person? Are you talking about an executive order? Where would this declaration be made?
It would be made by the president. If I were president, I would simply say that I recognize that the 5th and 14th Amendments are not being adhered to. We now know scientifically that from the point of conception, this is a human being. It's a baby. We don't ever say, oh, I'm having a little tissue, and it may become a human someday. We say, I'm going to have a baby. Why do we say that? Because we know that 23 chromosomes from a male, 23 from a female come together. They form a new DNA schedule at the moment of conception that that person will have for the rest of his or her natural life, even if they live to be 100 years old. Biologically, that's personhood. Now, it may be argued philosophically or theologically that that is not a full person until there's a heartbeat or until whatever other means. But let that be argued from the standpoint of someone trying to say, no, it's not personhood yet. And then I would say, okay, well, then you sue me, take me to court, and let's find out when personhood begins. I just feel like that we have played the defensive role for 42 years when all along we had the 5th and 14th Amendment, which clearly indicates that you cannot deprive a person for their life and liberty without due process, and everyone is afforded equal protection, neither of which has been adhered to.